are watching. They are learning leadership not from textbook, but from our choices. Today, still, a catastrophic situation in Gaza is unfolding before our eyes. At this very moment, the innocent are crying for help, are crying to be saved. Who will save them? Who will save the innocent? Who will save the old and women? Millions are facing danger at this very moment. As we sit here, they are facing trauma. They are facing irreparable damage to their bodies. They are dying of starvation. Can we remain silent? Will there be no answer to their screams? Will we teach them that the human family can rise to the challenge? Madam President, we must act now. Many speakers have said that. We must stand for a multilateral order where peace, prosperity, and progress are not the privilege of a few, but the right of all. With a strong United Nations, we can build a world where the weak do not suffer what they must, but live the justice that they deserve. Let us continue humanity's great journey of ideals, the selfless aspirations that created the United Nations. Let us use science to uplift, not use science to destroy. Let rising nations help others to lift themselves. I am convinced that the leaders of the great world civilizations of the West, of the East, of the North, of the South, leaders of America, Europe, of India, China, the Islamic world, the whole world, I am convinced they will rise to their role demanded by history. We are all hopeful that the leaders of the world will show great statesmanship, great wisdom, restraint, humility, overcome hate, overcome suspicion. Madam President, distinguished delegates, we are greatly heartened by the events of the last few days, where significant leading countries of the world have chosen to side with history, to choose the right side of history, the path of the moral high ground, the path of rectitude, the path of justice, the path of humanity, to shun hatred, to overcome suspicion, and to avoid the use of violence. The use of violence will beget violence. No one country can bully the whole community of the human family. This is flagrant undermining of the rule of law. Perhaps these rapacious so-called entrepreneurs feel that they need not recognize the sovereignty of the Indonesian government. Or perhaps they feel they can buy all Indonesian government officials. I have reports that some of these people in their meetings say, oh, it's okay, there is no government official that cannot be bought. Well, I challenge them to try to buy officials for my administration. They will come to find themselves a big surprise. Combined with the 4 million hectares of illegal plantations already confiscated, we have, in fact, enacted the boldest the most daring forest law enforcement effort in the history of Indonesia. We have closed, up to now, 1,000 illegal mines. But my staff, my people report to me, sir, there is at least another 1,000 or more. There could be as many as 666 corporations that violate the law. So I say, what can we do? We can only have the courage to enforce the law. There can be no compromise. There can be no turning back. My people demand this, and we are determined to serve our people in honesty. We are determined, I am determined to uphold my oath, defend the Constitution of my country, enforce the law of the land. You might not have heard our story because we are people who do not like to be flamboyant. We are low-key. We tend to be below the radar. But we are very determined in our effort to keep up with the rest of the world. You might not have heard this story, but extreme poverty in Indonesia fell to its lowest level in history. I'm determined in the next 4 years we will eradicate extreme poverty and we will bring down poverty as a whole. That is my mission in my life. That is my mission in the remaining years of my life. There is nothing more honorable. There is nothing more satisfying than bringing down poverty and bringing down, eradicating hunger. There is a saying I learned from my elders. One of my elders, very wise man, very honest political leader, he told me, Prabowo, the duty of a leader is very simple. The leader of this country, if you want to be leader of the country, you must work so that the poor and the weak can smile and can laugh. Very simple. What does that mean? If the poor